Nilikuwa interview na nani siku nyingine bado hapa hivi Elsa fan Njora. Aliambia audition for sugar. Akirudi kwa gate, soja alimwambia, "Mseno ulikuwa loud."
Alimwambia kote.
Ali project. Vile lafaa. Sasa unajua kutoka theater.
Yes.
Ai. Show ile yenyu manzi tango Banta. Mali sipiga tu story tu manzi bila kikomo, lakini of course kuna mali na tuna mwisho, but leo tuko na mtu mwingine munguru sana kwa industry. Ni manager, ni producer, ni director, ni actor, ni akona shule yake fulani, ataongelea hiyo shule yake kinyi nafanya. But ni msanii mmoja munguru amefanya mazevi movie za Kihindi, Man like Kawa.
Yeah.
Peter Kawa.
Kama Kawa.
Mambo.
Izuvio.
Karibu kwa show.
Asante
sana. Utakuaje?
Yeah, tuko sawa.
Umekuaje baba?
Tunajaribu.
Yeah.
Haso.
Atikujaribu. Anko.
Kujituma.
Si hata wakati Mungu amekubali amejipa. Sisi mange tu wenyewe umebarikiwa. Bana.
Tuko sawa. Tuko sawa.
Sisi tukijaribu ujaribu. Ni nini? The most hardworking actor in Kenya.
Hivyo sasa bro.
Exactly. Kukubali jina yako.
Kieleweke ndio mimi.
Hebu apatie jina yako ya kitambulisho. Naweza kuwa ni Wilberforce sama ni Alphonse.
Mimi naitwa Peter Kawa. Jina katikati haiko kwa ID, but niko na jina ya katikati. Mtoto wangu ndio anapenda kuitumia sana. So sitawaambia. Kwa sababu hata nikisema itawapinga.
Hata tukanyenye tunajua Peter Kawa iko tu sawa.
Yes.
And then kuna sijui kama nimekunyima kofia fulani kwa hizo nimepeana for the producer, actor, bla bla bla. Ni gani?
Tuseme
rudia tu wapati hiyo ni yote.
Above everything else mimi ni actor. Nafanya vitu mob.
Number 1 wewe ni actor.
Mimi ni actor.
Sawa.
Hiyo ndio job ukaninyang'anyia hizo zingine zote. I'd rather niachie actor.
Yeah.
Kitu ya pili mimi ni filmmaker.
Okay.
Na sio filmmaker tu. Siku hizi siogopangi kusema mimi ni award winning filmmaker.
And let's celebrate these small and big wins, man. Sana man.
Multi award winning filmmaker.
Yeah.
Pia mimi talent manager. Proudly so. Because niko very passionate about mentorship. Tunatembea na wase.
Yeah.
Then ya mwisho kabisa mimi ni mwanabiashara.
Okay.
Mwanabiashara kwa creative economy.
Okay. And then you have a new baby who is our main sponsor for this episode for today.
Yeah.
Sana Post. Ndio leo nashikilia manzei hii episode ya leo, so tuambie about Sana Post. Sana Post ni
kampuni ya kujaribu tu kupea wasanii visibility.
Okay.
On the online platforms. So I think ili come about ile time nilikuwa nimekaa mtaani for a while bila works. Nika realize ni aje mbona niko home na sina job. Nikaanza kupiga tu research, nika realize kuna wasanii huku nje, not just locally but nje wanajulikana sana ukiwa Google nini. Kuna ma BTS zao, unaweza jua Will Smith ama Johnny Depp alikula nini asubuhi. But ukigoogle Kenya una realize bro, there is nothing. Even Nairobi Aflife haiko kwa mtandao bana.
Okay.
Ukigoogle actually the things inakam zile movies zimekam kushutiwa huko ndani.
Yeah.
Zile Walking with Lions, the Concert Gardener. Nikasema hapana, it has to change.
Okay.
So tukaanza tu ndogo ndogo, unachukua kamera, unasikia kashoka na happens juu hapo KNT. Not kwa mtandao.
Okay.
Unasikia sijui kuna red carpet gani sijui launch ina happen.
Unatokelezea.
Unaweka mtandao.
Okay.
So sahi I think one of the missions zenye nilikuwa nayo hiyo time na ni kitu sahi tunaweza achieve, naweza sema nimeachieve, ni sahi mtu akiruza kajo umefanya vitu mob, so umefanya nini na nini, ni Google.
Nice. Bado ni ukweli.
Exactly.
Ni ukweli kwa saizi kuna mtandao na unimsema kweli, baadaye ushe mdomo yako sawa tu, just
angalia utapata kila kitu about me. Alafu maybe kuna mtu mwingine pia hana time yeye umpigie huyo mdomo yote.
Okay.
Kama mtu wako majuu sahi. Utasanga hapo utakutana naye uanze kumwambia nani. Mtumie tu link.
Hii ni ukweli. Hebu tuingilie kidogo story ya usanii kidogo manzi. Usanii ule anza lini man?
Officially I think ni 205. 205
baba. Baba wa industry.
Niliacha chuo ndo nikaingia acting. Nilikuwa kampo nikisoma kitu fulani inaitwa IMIS, Information Management. Nilikuwa tu karibu kidogo tu kupata diploma yangu. Kale kabaga kaniambia bro, man ufai kuwa hapa. Haufai kuwa hapa. Unakaa class wanafunza lakini juu ile akili
haiko hapo.
Mwishowe nikapata ka audition fulani nikaenda nikaambongojea kidogo. Sasa ile ninataka kufanya exam hivi na mtu anakuja ananiambia boss, kuna Carol kamepatikana hapa tokea.
So kufanya exam.
Nilifanya na nikapita. I think kuna ka point kamoja na kamenipita tu kidogo.
Na roll.
Sasa roll na ilibidi nifanye. Like story ni nilifanya exam nika drop na ka point kamoja. Mmoja akasema nirudi on Monday, on Sunday job yangu first ikahappen. Na iko job ya Nairobi, iko job ya Kericho. 17 years down the line ndio sisi hapa.
Hey. Watu kunyo kana story nyingi za venye ulingia usanii ya Kirani. Kai. Usanii inakuanga ni kama ka drug tu fulani manzetu wezi explain.
Wezi hepa bro.
Ni
drug imekuita.
Drug hata wezi explain hiyo drug cause unatranga kitu kingine uko nje lakini hauna amani. Hauna amani.
Yeah. So yeah, hiyo kitu ilinisumbua for a while. But Musema, I think from the few talks muko nazo, Musema it was one of the most stupid decisions I ever made. Dropping out of school because at least ningekuwa na makaratasi hiyo. But it was stupid, yes, but not regrettable. Just looking at how far I've come, I don't regret that decision. But I could have done better.
Okay.
Yes.
Hebu tuambie jani yako ya usanii so far imekuaje like imekuwa na magap fulani za kuquit sijui niache hii niache nisiache.
Nilianza hiyo so 205 nikafanya traveling theater a lot. So nikazunguka Kenya tukiperform kwa machuo. Then 207 nikafanya my first show at the National Theatre, which was still a traveling theater but I mean set books. But now it's stationed at the KNT.
Which is a big deal in
It is a big deal, yes. Because now you see, you're not just being seen by students, but even the general public when you come kuona. Ama, you know, ama celeb wa big when I come KNT once in a while coach my shows, then they spot you. And I think hapo ndio nilianza kuinteract na hizo majina zingine kubwa. Nikaanza kupata audition tu wangu kidogo ka advert pale. Nikarealize kujua kuna group gani sijui nafanya public shows. So nafanya mchana, traveling, I mean set books, jioni niko maaria za public show. So hapo ndio nikaanza kugrow pole.
Alafu umeingia TV uliingia.
TV, I think the first role I ever got was an advert first of all ya Taifa Leo. I think ilikuwa ni Kazungu Matano na Jalas ndio walikuwa wamekaa kwa bench wanacheki phones juu wanasoma ati by the way kuna audition fulani hapo nikachungulia. Sasa mimi kitu naweza fanya. Lakini sasa shida ni age walikuwa wanadai 35. Mimi jana nao kaniambia 35 hii buda unakaa 30 ingia huko. So because you 20 something. So nilikuwa nataka kujitoa kwa sababu ya hiyo.
Maisha ilikuwa mbaya hivyo.
Haiko mbaya.
At 25 ulikuwa kama 35 azini. Aje sasa.
Tuseme nilikuwa mbigi.
Ulikuwa mbigi?
Kuna venye mwili wangu ilikuwa imekubali. Back in the day.
Kwa watu tupata nayo ulikuwa umeshapungua.
Nilikuwa nishakata.
13-14 Langata ilikuwa ile. Ilikuwa nani kwanza huo mlami? Who was that?
No,
ilikuwa Langata, it was some white guy. Ilikuwa mlami fulani.
Tulikuwa nayo kwa cast?
No, audition hadi tukaenda second audition again. Afu kapata ukachukanga hiyo role. Ilikuwa ndio the first time tupata nayo.
GNPI?
Yes, I don't even know who that was.
Mlami, I think the first role nilifanyanga big yenye nilikanjwa poa ilikuwa ni GNPI.
Nilikuwa ile ama ilikuwa wapi? Alikuwa studio yake ilikuwa?
Lakini alishutianga hapa ni Nyari.
Lakini yake ilikuwa wapi? Audition yake ilikuwa ngapi? Audition yake?
Do I remember? I think Nyari bado studio zao.
Was it Nyari?
Then it's something different, right?
Maybe, but ilikuwa bado tu for white guy. Jani yako?
So yeah, so nikafanya advert, then from there nikaingia Inspector Mwala. No, the first actually TV series nilifanya ni Makutano Junction. Nilikuwa nimekastiwa kama karao wa kuhanda madem kwa street wenye weka kwa nini alafu ndo nafanya zile vitu kwa cell. So sequel me unajua being the energetic big guy I was, the first time nishashika Janet Kirina ni ingia ndani ya Maria nikaitwa boss. Ini TV. Turn down.
Ngoja msee. Uliakadem cha huko leo uka.
Nimbeba nikamrusha ndani ya.
Bieta.
Unajua sasa unajaribu kuimpress director. Hii ni first time yo.
So unafikiria kuimpress director ni kufanya vile nafaa kufanya huko.
Usawa wasi unaona kwa TV unasikianga tu. So unaona mabigi pale you have to impress bro. This is your first time. Unafaa kuonyesha vile you are karao ni. Nikaambia bro. Cheza chini. So hapo ndio nikaanza kujifunza language za cinema nini.
Mimi nakwambia kama kuna kitu na kwa ngumu. Okay, mimi sijapitia theater, yes, but now watu kutoka theater kwenda TV, transition ni noma,
ngumu sana.
Nilikuwa na interview na nani siku nyingine bado hapa hivi Elsa Fan Njora. Aliambia audition for Sugar. Akirudi kwa gate, soja alimwambia, pseno ulikuwa loud.
Alimwambia kote.
Ali project Billy Lafa. Sasa wewe umetoka theater.
Yes.
Ai. Akapata audition ya Sugar.
Yes.
My friend.
Kwa Sugar unajua ni Sugar, unajua hata sio screen ya kawaida, ni kizungu ile ya
hata si kizungu, ni
ubabi fulani.
Softness.
Yes.
Hey. So jamani shout. So jamwambia, imeendaje? Lakini ulikuwa loud.
So hizo ndio vitu tunafaa kufunga. Hatuambi wangu hizi stuff. The unfortunate thing, the experience lazima tu kufunza hiki kitu. So I think from makutano, I think nikaanza tu kwa regular. Inspector Mwala hapa, kidogo sijui mingia wapi. Then I think by 2011 I think. Nikaanza kupata parato vitu. I think 2011 ndio nikafanya my first feature film, Shattered. It was a highlight because niliact na Rita Dominic. She was my co-actor in many scenes. So hapo ndo nikaanza kujifunza some of the art. Being subtle, vitu kama hizo.
Any ngoja, Makutano Junction ungeweza kujifunza subtle venye Makutano iliwanga noma. Kwani ulikuwa chini aje bado pia?
Bro, si ni ya kwanza man.
So ulikuwa tu impressed tu.
Nervousness buda, ndio nakwambia lazima stand out. Lazima kukumbuke. Hiyo ndio shida. Lakini nakumbuka the wrong way.
Although the first show we did together was Crazies.
Crazies was the first one, yes. For me that's what I remember.
No, we tulishindana hiyo role nyingine kwanza ya first. Hatukupata but tukapiga role later now on Crazies.
Exactly.
Yo. Crazies man, bado iko kwa mbulu, imagine.
Bado iko.
Jumu pigo simu naambiwa, msee, umenona.
Nilikuwa mbigi wala.
Nilikuwa mbigi man. So alafu now after 2011
I think after Shattered nikateka break kiasi because nilikuwa najaribu kujipanga pia kimaisha. Then 2012 I got married and I think kuna kautamu fulani kukamna kusettle down because I think I was really looking for that one gig that can sustain me because this gig ilikuwa ni mawano, unapata ka kitu unakaa tena
kama kawa tu
so I was really looking forward to that gig that will sustain me, na ile Makutano Junction being a regular or series regular. So immediately ni marry hivi 3 months later nikapata gig yangu ya first Sumu la Penzi. Audition.
Spillworks.
Man, if there is a role that I've always been proud of, ilikuwa ni hiyo.
Spillworks.
Nilipenda hiyo role ya Oscar.
Remember.
Kapim fulani na makango.
Remember sisi tukifiga urembo nyinyi mlikuwa.
Yes. So nilikuwa hapo juu ma bling bling, juu na ma chain. So una choose zote. I loved that role. It was far from who I was because I was always that conservative guy.
Yeah.
But then when I got that role, man, I got to.
I think I'm loving my roles now better actually. Like what I'm doing right now. Ushaipitia script jioni. Unaweza tu kusmile peke yako njoo unaona kesho vile utapiga.
Inakamna kama maturity fulani pia unajua.
Baadhi pia na maturity fulani.
Kapis fulani unaanza kuwa nako. Unajua kwanza mwili bado inachangamka but once umesha settle into a role unaanza kujibamba nayo, unaanza kujienjoy.
That's good man. Then after now tukafanya nayo Crazies, what have you been up to yote nyote?
Si issue ni kupiga story. Nikumbushe what happened in Crazies. Nilikuwa na shoot Sumu la Penzi usiku. Because usiku ndio tulikuwa tunaweza shoot because the building we were shooting in
kelele ilikuwa na kelele
construction. So tulikuwa na shoot usiku. Kierere mimi nikaenda auditions za Phoenix stage play. I had never acted in Phoenix. I had always wanted to be in a Phoenix show. So nikaenda nikachukua job ya Phoenix. So tunashoot usiku, morning naenda na dose, then saa 6 naamka kwenda rehearsals, saa 11 natoka shift ya usiku. So I did that for about 3 weeks. I remember my show yangu ya pili on the Phoenix stage, I fainted backstage because of fatigue. Body ilikata. So mzangu kina Melissa, that's when I met Melissa for the first time. So mimi niko stage wasoko stage wanapiga show na ngoja mzee apige entrance akuji. Sasa apige.
Are you serious?
It was my one and only show on the Phoenix stage, and I think it was my worst performance because I could tell the audience is looking at me and they are not buying what I'm selling
because of fatigue too.
Yes, fatigue. My body was just too frail.
Kama kuna kitu moja yenye nilika mkubwa musema inakuanga ni noma kwa watu wengi na wajuangi ni fatigue usanii. Yes. Fatigue usanii mwanzo zificha.
Hawezi ficha.
Mwanzo huwezi ficha. Unaona ngome smile lakini
mtu anaiona, people can see.
Una kwa hivi nasema kwa hapa hivi.
Yes. Sasa nikwambie, ujinga ni nini? Tukarap Phoenix. Nikapiga show, nikamaliza, bado tunashoot jioni. We wrapped on Saturday. Nikafanya auditions za Crazies on Friday. Again. Crazies tunashoot mchana. So nilitoka job ya mchana nikaingia job nyingine ya mchana tena. After kufaint backstage. Nikaingia tena job nyingine nikashoot Crazies for
a week, yeah.
Yes. Again, by the time nilimaliza Crazies, I was diagnosed with H. pylori, which is now a certain way of just saying kuna ka ulcers fulani kama kananisumbua tumbo. So the medication itself was so expensive that whatever I had worked for through the Phoenix shows
ilikuliwa yote
ilienda kwa madawa. And that is what I remember about that show, Crazies. But it was a good one. That is where I met you for the first time. That is where I met Pascal for the first time.
Me too.
That's how I knew how crazy that boy can get. I worked with Licarion for the first time as well.
Me too.
Yeah.
Actually, that was my first acting.
Oh, is that so? Yeah.
Remember, I told you. It was my first role ever. Confidence, my friend, can take you so many places, my friend.
Right?
Confidence.
And then you're the main.
I was the main. First time on the... And then it's Licarion, man.
Yeah, I love them new crash course. 1 week.
Hey, man, but I think I used to love the good old days of those days because in a week you're making your own 40 very well. In a week, 40 clean 40. So if you did 4 films in the whole month,
imagine uko tu sawa.
Ulikuwa tu sawa vizuri sana. I don't know what happened, man. Why is it going? What do you think? As a producer, unafikiria nini imefanyika hivi? Ndio ishuka chini hivi.
Tuseme pia game inajazwa na kila mtu. Siku hizi kila mtu anaamka anasema yeye ni producer, kila mtu anaamka anasema yeye ni director. So inamaanisha hii keki, the more kila mtu anakuja kuikula, the more pieces zinaendelea kwa ndogo. But even the more the competitiveness around even negotiations inaendelea ikishuka, because back in the day you would have a producer mwenye mnavutana mnaambiana 40 100. But kuna mwingine atakuja aseme yo mimi hata hiyo 20 nitachukua. Hata hiyo shilingi 5 nitachukua. And they get the jobs. You know, so inako infiltrated na a lot of every Tom, Dick and Harry, which is quite unfortunate.
But don't you think at the same time the cheap they take it pia already pia quality inafaa kupeana pia?
Inaumiza industry. Imekuwa ikiumiza industry for quite a while. But with time now tumeanza kuona the revival of people who really understand what they really want in this industry. We are not really trying to phase them out as such, but see how we can, if they are really into what the industry is about.
Yeah.
Hata kama hajui nini anafanya, then wacha tu extend hiyo mkono tumwambie tutembee pamoja. You know, that's why ndio unaona tunashindilia hizo stories za management, the academy, workshops, so that tusitupe mse nje tupoteze labda good talent labda hapo anajua. But how do we bring them on board, help them transition into now the professional way of doing things?
Okay. And then now, what made you ingie ku produce? And which came first between producing and managing?
No, producing came first because I had produced a lot of stage plays. A producer, sometimes you just feel like you want control pia kiasi because hautaki tu kwa actor. You feel like I think I could have gotten a better. I think I could have gotten these slides could have been I think I could have had a better strategy of how to bring the audience in. So unaanza kujipata, the more you put your voice into this, the making of your product, the more someone notes anasema but hebu leta hizo ideas zako tuzisikie. Then the next time unajipata kwa marketing department, the next time kidogo unajipata umeanza kushikilia vitu kwa production. Na
imekupelekaje production yenyewe? Tofauti yake na acting ni kitu gani at least unasema as an actor ungebeba producer vibaya juu now you've learned much better too.
Learning bro. Development man. the beauty of producing, as much as nimekuwa acting na nimependa ku actor, producing take to the next level. You know, being an actor, nitapigwa. But being an actor, you are very, very focused on one thing, and that is just your performance. You don't want to care how you are supposed to get on set. You don't want to care whether this curtain looks or whatever. You don't want to understand the aesthetics. Me, nimekam kwa set kwa kufanya job yangu. But once you realize, once you become a producer, you realize so much has to be in place for you, even as an actor, to appreciate your moment in the spotlight. So nikaanza ku appreciate vitu kadhaa. There was a time I think I used to really call out producers for having not paid us in good time.
Yeah.
You know, I was one of those guys. Here too. Until I became a producer, bro.
Ukarealize we.
Nilikuwa hata kuna mmoja nilimpigia simu nikamwambia, "Yo, can I come and see you?" Akaniambia, "Sawa kuja." Kaambia, "So, akaniambia kabla uongee, nishakusamea." Kaambia, nishakusamea. Niambia kile unataka kuniambia. Kaambia, "Yo, sasa nimeanza ku understand kile je upitia."
Umeanza kuona.
Akaniambia, "I've been following. I know you're producing something.
Yeah.
How is it so far?" Akanikalisha mpaka akanipea master class up on how now to go about things, you know. So I have had a certain appreciation of producers.
Okay.
And well, there are those who are just not into it for the good reasons.
Of course.
Kuna wale nao wako tu ni wabaya, they just have to
atengeze mita yake apatie watu 200 na
but there are those who mean well.
Yeah.
Only that, you know, one or two things just go wrong somewhere along the way. And unfortunately, it's beyond their control. But
at the same time, don't you think pia kuna kungana basi miscommunication, because rarely do they get to sit down with the actors or make what's happening?
And Maish, that's why I believe we are here.
Yeah.
Such shows is where we will get to understand what every sector or every department in this industry of ours inasema.
Yeah.
The fact that mimi nimekuja nimekaa kwa hii kiti, next time utakuja ukalishe producer hapa, you know, akuja asikie, then sambaze kwa mtandao, then for people to actually see and understand, oh, so this is what this producer went through for them to have this award-winning film, for them to have this show that has been running for 5 years on TV.
Yeah.
So we don't understand, and it's because we don't talk. We don't talk, and that's why I insist we need to have more of such shows.
Yeah.
Watu waongee.
Nashukuru sana.
No, watu wala.
I think actually ndio liko reason yangu moja ya kubring issue juu the guys behind the scenes, they're never heard by anyone. Plus, viewers don't even know the meaning of all those names at the end of the film.
Yes.
Hawajuangi na kina nani. Hata I'm sure wengi waelewangi. Mbona kuna majina mingi hivyo na film ilikuwa na actors 250. Hawaelewangi.
Unless it's the whole village.
Yeah, so I'm also trying to introduce every character behind this film. Watu ili msako pale nje alikofikia anafanya kitu kai hiyo realize bidhe kumbe hii ni career moja kubwa sana.
Kumbe vile uvanga nguo hivi si tumevaa. Kuna mtu ana decide.
Exactly. Yeah. Now let's talk about your award winning film. Na zile tabu zile ulianazo ilikuwa gani?
Award winning films niko nazo kadhaa. The first award winning film that I had was I directed, did finish. Well, I did finish. I picked up somewhere along the way. But I directed a mini for St. Paul's University. And then somewhere along the way, I was just told, you know, in the drama festivals, they won Best Director. I was like, oh, okay, that's my first award to win as a filmmaker. And then the next one, I did my first feature film called Lost in Time. That one was a banger.
You produced them or you directed?
Produced and directed.
Okay.
Right. So we did that in 2019, nominated for about 9 or 10 nominations.
Africa, Kenya, worldwide?
Kenya, Kalasha. Talk about Kalasha.
Cool.
And then we won 5 of the main. It literally became the biggest film in 2019 in Kenya.
Nice.
And then tukatoka hapo. We had slated so many trips outside Kenya. You know, we had the US trip, we had Greece trip, we had I think we had one in SA, and then COVID happened. And that is how Lost in Time ikapotea hiyo.
Wow.
Yes. So Lost in Time was one of the main thing that really put me out there. Then there was Christmas Love.
Yeah,
Christmas Love was the latest project.
Yes.
Did it in 2021, but I have had this project in my heart for 9 years.
Right? Now Christmas Love.
Christmas Love. So 9 years.
You imekupelekaje?
No, the Christmas Love is literally now the cherry on the top. You know, because what we did with Lost in Time, yes, it was an award-winning film, but you could tell there were some things we could have done better, especially as producers, especially also funding for the film. Okay, because some of the challenges we had, day one peke yake, na mtu asicheke. Day one peke yake. We have 19 days to go. Day one. Tumekunywa breakfast to shoot. unakaa mnaambiwa so Kawa toa kofia yako kidogo ya director via producer atujue lunch tutakula nini. I'm like kwa nini? Man tuko nafuliza 2,000 peke yake.
And day one. Are you serious?
Yes, it's because we had asked for some money from some friends. We had done a lot of changas.
Kuleta.
Yes, last minute wakatoka. But you know now we cannot pull back.
Just
set kila kitu communicate.
You need Christmas love.
No, this is Lost in Time.
Lost in Time now.
Yes, that is 2019. So that is one of the major hurdles that we had. That you could tell when you watch the film, the story is very good, the acting was superb, the directing you can tell time was taken into it. But now you could tell upper production design, so ilikuwa zero budget. Zero budget. So you will gonna tell to but it was one of those films.
What?
It was one of those. So that's the biggest challenge we had in person. So we've tried even selling it. We've tried distributing it to different stations, platforms, but everyone loves the story, but they're like, hey, quality bro, imenyima kidogo. Hiyo ndio maximum wa kazi mbele. So now when it came to Christmas Love, that is what we needed to correct.
Quality.
I was very sure every time I used to drum it to my team that guys, you remember what happened to us? We had an award-winning film. We would have made money.
Yeah.
With this one, we can't compromise. Yeah. So every step of the way, we wanted to make sure that everything in a fall into place. Kila mtu alikuwa bro, short film. Mnawekaje camera department 150,000? I'm like, yo, it's because we need picture quality.
You need picture quality, man.
Because Netflix says so. Because Nani says so. So tulimwaga pesa kwa hiyo kitu bro. Na ilikuja ikakuwa poa. And I have to admit, I think it's one of those films that I really appreciate. It's one of the films that actually even people who participated in it, they look back and they say, tulitoa kitu mzuri. And so we had to learn our lessons from Lost in Time.
Was it, do you have any kind of production that you have done which is a collabo?
Yes, thank you for the reminder. As a collabo, we did Medicine Man in 2020.
The one in Embu.
Yes, the one in Embu. The Kenya Film Commission had in fact, we were the first cohort that we had been given the film fund. So we got to some good monies. We went to Embu. We had a good script. We 3 producers came together. Myself, Edijo Moneki, and Betty Kadungu.
Yeah.
So tukaenda tukatoa cinema. Pia huko nayo masaibu nayo ni ile tu. Cinema ni ile bro.
Yani hakuna cinema ita kupiga kidole.
Oh bro.
Lazima.
Sasa Embu nayo we had slated for 23 days of shoot. Tulitoka huko after 34 days.
10 more days.
10 extra days. Yes. Na hiyo 10 extra days bro, unajua
hamjaplania.
Umepeleka rende mzima kutoka Nairobi. So piga tu hesabu. I think we went over budget by more than 1.5 meter.
What? Swali nini? Hiyo pesa ilitoka wapi tuanzie hapo?
Pesa ya kulipia?
Hiyo extra 10 days ilitoka wapi?
So those are the challenges now you experience as a producer, because we don't mean any bad intentions when we don't pay our cast sometimes. So for that one, to the end of our budget, so whatever we were left with, we try to distribute evenly. Naambia tu msee bora tuko na deni yako, shikilia tu ingi kidogo angalau. You know. So we've really been trying to sell that film. We have tried our best. We are knocking on doors. Definitely there are those that are looking up. It takes time, definitely. So we hope that once they are taken, it is easier now for us to, whatever marupurupu we get, to lipe wase tuambie yo, job well done.
Speak of trying to sell that thing. Abu talk about distribution. How has it been, and how do you think it should be changed? Improve at least it much more better than it is right now.
So on your distribution side, I think that is where we've been struggling so far. Because clearly you can tell in our script writing we're getting better. Okay. Our technical know-how pina grow. You know, we are rivaling South Africa, Nigeria, TZ, Uganda. We are tunachezea pale juu. Tuko kwa top player. Tuko league fulani, you know. So acting man, hawezi tutoa hapo, tuko sawa, right? Yeah. So the challenge sasa imekuwa ni product tunazitoa, but then the product inaenda wapi kwanza hapo? So I think that is what we're trying to figure out. Okay. We've been struggling with scripts, we've been struggling with technical, we've been struggling with, but now that we've got all these things in place, now the next step is how do you market, how do we distribute, how do we fund for the next one? So happen ndio challenge. Okay. So those are the conversations now we're trying to have as even stakeholders na, you know, the private sector, government. Tujue mnaweza come through aje, mseme, tuulizeni mnataka nini, sisi tuambie watuambie kuje na business plan. Okay. Mkam na business plan mtuambie mnataka mita 50. Hizo 50 zinarudi aje. Wakisha tukisha explainia vile inarudi, wanatupea do, quality inapanda na tuwaambie tunaenda kuuza hapa na pale.
I feel like we don't talk much about how to make money from film and such. So hata watu wengi wenye wako na doors, unajua watu wako na doors kwa nyumba zimekaa tu.
Unakowili kuzimwaga.
Unakowili kumwaga, lakini juu hawajui venye ina work. Hawezi come to waingizie do ndani. Hebu kidogo, hebu try explain hata kama si layman's language, but at least explain kidogo how people can make money back from film.
Kuna watu washaanza wamekuwa experiment for a while. Kina Phil Karanja, Phil It Productions. Those guys have been doing a tremendous job. They did their first film, GLL. And one of the things I noticed is for them, their mindset was really fixated on how do we sell this film. So even their casting choices, even the way they were planning to, distribute the film, they wanted to use influencers, and that is what really worked for them. And GLL really worked. Walikuwa naambia mse, uko na watu wangapi? 200 kwa mtandao. Haya, kuja hapa. Unapoa sinema, unaipigia debe, at least hata 10% hiyo 200, hata 1% hiyo 200, wanakujezea ka hall kako. You go to the next one. So for them, they are starting to understand the distribution language. And then also, wameanza kuenda counties. Wanapiga ka road show, kidogo ameingia Nakuru, kidogo na Kisumu, Mombasa. So I think that film going culture is what we need to harness first of all. Because when you're going to pitch to the funders, you need to tell them, this is who I am taking the film to. Give me money, because hawa watu 10 wakinunua dozi narudi. So once we start convincing our audience ya kwamba hii sinema yetu iko sawa na kujeni muione, ndio turudisha hiyo do, ndio turudishe bank, turudishe sako, ama turudishe ule private sector mwenye mkupewa do. Urudishe do shoot sinema nyingine.
Ukisema convincing, do you need to convince them, or is the film supposed to sell itself at the same time?
Well, when I say convincing, I actually mean now using the product. Because pia huwezi kuconvince tu mdomo kavu, right? You need
mali safi, mali iko tu safi.
Lazima uko na mali safi. But again, mali safi, lakini lazima ujue inaenda wapi. Ukiwa convince inaenda wapi?
Tengeza, lakini the end buyer nani?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes.
Hebu niambie yako ili go through aje.
So let's use Christmas Love, because we borrowed as Film Lab is the company that is a studio that made Christmas Love. But then the one that really ran behind the scenes.
When you say made, what does it mean?
They were the ones who provided now the crew and the logistics. It's Film Lab Kenya, right? To which I'm also a director. But then the funding was Spearhead, which is now my solo company. Because now I really wanted to work very closely with the networks that I had through my management side, right? So when we made this film, part of the intentions we wanted to look at, first of all, is we wanted to make it a family-friendly film. Number one. So that means it broadens your audience bracket. Otherwise, if you make it again 18 plus, narrow down your audience. Ukuja useme sasa tunaenda sijui style fulani ya kuongea, you continue narrowing. But if you open it up to kids, family, and then now we went for the Christian audience as well. Because now the faith-based Christian audience in general usually feel left out. So we were like, yo bro, tukiwapatia kitu wanataka, you also get an audience.
So uli have kukaa chini upige research yako ujue audience yangu nataget how.
Yes. And then lastly, again, I wanted to see how I can borrow two things I had to borrow from Affiliate Productions, their distribution channels, and how they did their casting. So we were very particular about how we cast the people that will play their roles. So for us, I went specifically to all the actors. I told them, I respect your craft, but is it possible, as a cherry on top, could you share with me your audience, your online audience? And they were like, yeah, gladly. And so that is how Christmas Love also went to, ilitembelea watu wengi sana.
So basically when guys out here asking whether ndio uko na talent lakini una numbers, ina matter at this era?
To some degree, yes.
Ina matter.
It shouldn't be the main thing. But it adds value.
At the end of the day, you're a businessman. You need to make money.
And it's not the actor who's the businessman. It's the producer.
That's something as a producer, you're a businessman.
Yes, I'm here to make my money back. So if I find value in you, in how much you can draw an audience, then I'd rather work with you. And so if you're a good actor plus an online audience,
win-win for you.
Jackpot for you. Yes.
That's good, man. Now, there's this film ulifanya Is it in Kenya mediko wapi? Hiyo nje?
South Korea.
South Korea. Yes, the South Korea one.
Yes.
How was that experience?
That was a highlight. That was a highlight of my life. Tulifanya auditions kama kawaida hii Kenya tu. Unaenda unajaribu, unaitwa callbacks. Nikaambiwa hiyo bro, director amekupenda. Tucheze wapi Morocco? Anaenda kupanda ndege. Okay.
Nice.
Tukapanda ndege tukaenda Morocco. 2 months we were there. They were there shooting there for 2 months. I was there for about 1.5. I think there was a week that I had to come back to Kenya for the Kalashas, where we won the many awards, and then I went back. I went back there as a hero. They were like, yeah, award-winning actor, and I am in director, producer. So it really gave me some impotence with your crew ya huko. But a lot we learned a lot. You know, the first thing unaangalia tu vile wana treat cast wao. Like, mbona si atreat wangi hivi? You know, uko na PA wako hapo na mwavuli, anakubebea, akona karajia, akona ka script yako, call sheet.
Don't you think pia in Kenya kuna hiyo jinga tunakonga nayo ya mchaki akona pia anafanya vitu kama hizo, jamaa ya uringa.
Yeah, you know.
Why do we do that?
You know, it's
why do we do that, man?
See, understand, because man, uko hivyo,
like you having a PA is not there for free. Yes, you're paying that person.
Exactly. And it's not for, they're not there for show. It's because, again, your mind is just loaded with so much, because at the end of the day, by the time you go to that camera, it is your eyes. Are you settled? Yeah. Is your mind thinking about ticket yangu?
Simu yako uliacha sijui wapi?
No, you are settled because you know someone is handling your business on the side. Okay? So a producer who understands the work of a PA or a management, you know your stuff is sorted out, as the actor is there to come and get their lines and give you 100% in their performance.
So now you basically are saying you believe in the role of an actor having a manager.
And that is when I came back, I had to intensify my business for management of artists. I came back and I would go on set with some of my actors and my artists, and I would literally be the one, because my team was very lean. I was literally the only one. And I would be there doing the PA work as management. You know, so ulikuwa unasikia haya cut, unakimbia mbio, unachukua maragi unazishikilia. Mabigi wanakuangalia wanasema, where's Peter Kawa? Why are you treating this small girl like that?
Ajeni manager wake.
Yani client wangu, in fact, in anything, ni mdosi wangu. So lazima nimtreat hivyo. Kidogo nimekuja na maji, shika kidogo, akimaliza chukua na irudisha kwa gari. So ile kila mtu bado anapiga miayo pale, huko na snacks, umeuma kidogo. You know, you treat your people well.
As a producer, what do you think producer should do? Because yuko time actor anakujanga manze pale hivyo anakam na line ya kona lawyer wake mwenye anataka represent ama manager. Some productions hazitaki kuwork nayo juu kuna mtu kama huyo. Now how do you overcome all this professionalism against uncouth behaviors? Because
kuna wale watakata, obvious. Kuna wale watakata, na wale mostly watakata ni wale they're afraid of accountability. Because again, remember, some of us are not, let me find the right word. We are not really pros at what we do.
Yeah.
Sisi producer,
you're still learning.
So you call yourself a producer simply because I know I can call Nani. I call Nani, but then the camera, wait, Nani, come na camera. You know, and then you call yourself a producer. But a producer is far much more than that. Yeah. But those producers who have earned their stripes understand the purpose of management behind an actor. Because that producer, once again I insist, they want that actor to come on set settled. So if they hear that actor comes on set with a PA or with a management, they know any issue they will have, they know who to talk to. You know, and that is what I've been doing most of my talents. That mimi wambianga tu producer, understand some of the perks that you will have when I come on board as management is that when I hear that my actor or my talent anakuja kwa set with any indiscipline cases, hata usimuongeleshe, usiharibu mojo yake, wacha ingie kwa set, nipigie. We have our own internal disciplinary ways of handling such things. Yeah. Nikisikia sijui anafaa kwenda kwa set gani, wacha sikuja kusumbue, because also actors, we are very emotional.
I know,
tutakuja pale au umenijima ruhusa kwenda no, niongeleshe. We will find a way together as me and your producer. We will find a language where we can balance these things. Msanii wangu aenda apige shughuli nyingine
bila stress, bila kukosana.
Na Monday arudi set.
Now
so we are not management is not the enemy of producers. If only producers can understand that, then they will understand that by the time we start branding these artists become an asset to them.
My own personal view about all that is because me mwenyewe nisumbuanga because I don't understand why we need to be dealing with the executives. As an actor, sifai commit executive.
Yes. Kakiumana ni lazima
nafa commit na yeye amekam kunicheck benye napiga wira yangu na tucheke vizuri. Lakini si nikae chini nikumbuke manze tulizushiana tuligombana sijui nini. So I don't know what do you think should be done because you are a producer right now. How do you think you can push this the train at least kwenda management kwa actors na producer waambiwe ukitaka actors wa kipindi yako ustafute actors go through you jamaa you know wakileta ngori ongea na ujamaa yeah cause Peter itasave headache moja big sana kukosana na executive na pia itasaidia pia waache kusikuwa na kangori between wewe na the rest of the crew. Yeah,
I think dialogue, good systems of communication hizo ndio vitu za muhimu.
Na inafaa kuanzia dialogue sasa because as actors tukitry kuintroduce una blacklist tu pia.
Yes, I'm usually careful First of all, sometimes when I hear an actor amepata job na ni wangu, sometimes I need first of all to do my research nijue producer mgani so that nijue wewe actor ukienda kunegotiate nitakwambia usini mention because I know if you mention management
utatokwa
right. So sometimes I have to do my research first. But again there is no way apart from giving examples. Have one or two examples that work and then use that as a template to the next. Kuna zile zitagonga ukuta and somewhere along the way hopefully we will find producers. I won't mention a producer, but there's a producer who actually did a memo to her entire production and said, as you're coming to negotiate your next contract, could you please come with a management? You know, and top of my list is Peter Kawa, and then there's Nani and there's Nani. You know, and I really respected that.
That's so cool.
That alinipea hiyo chance, and I actually had a chance to actually negotiate for some of our actors, and it was a good experience. And for me, I was like, yes, we need now to use that example on the next production and say, yo, na yeye try. Not akona testimonial. Wacha enda aseme, yo, me I've dealt with Kawa, and he's a very respectable gentleman.
Yeah.
He did not come with kifua.
Yeah.
And he came with a bit of understanding of how these things go, so that whatever he's asking for is literally not out of the world, but it's within reach of, you know, both sides winning.
A quick question: what criteria do you use to choose who you're going to manage? Do actors or musicians? Do you manage musicians also, manage just actors?
Just actors for
now. Do they approach you, or are you the one who approaches them, or what happens?
Yes, wale kwa ngumu, inakuwa ngumu kujibu because now I really have to hop, skip and jump. So there are usually two ways. There are those who approach me, and then there are those who actually go straight to and say, yo, bro na sauti. Kuna mtu amekwambia hapana, unaweza make do. Unaonaje tutembee pamoja. You know, and that is majority of the times that's how I've done it. But there are those who have come to me. Now, mostly those who come to me, it's usually a step-by-step way of trying to vet them as well. So, Namuzei Niaje, do you have the basic tools of an actor? And those basic tools, I believe we already know them, is a showreel, headshots, na bio. If you have those three things, well and good, let's see how we can. I look at them and I'm like, yep, I think we can work together. Right? The second way of doing it now, ni kama hauna hizo vitu, I'll just ask you, hey, these are the examples of a headshot. Could you go and take these photos, please?
Yeah.
Enda kwa studio, mwambie nitakuwa wiki mbili.
Nichapie.
Usipokuja after 2 weeks,
ako serious kwa hiyo.
Tukachome maindi kwa barabara.
Now and then how do you make your money back? Like, is it commission based? Is it like because kuna mwenye akitafuta kazi ya mwenyewe bado unakulia ama unatafutanga kazi, what happens?
Tukiangalia,
I think someone here is watching who wants to know exactly what a manager does exactly.
Yeah. Kuna different ways of doing it. Kuna management that actually is literally, you know, involved and invested in everything that you are as an artist. And then there's that management who just picks a couple of things within your business as an artist. Now, for the first one, sana sana maju, when you hear of management, some of them would literally take over your life. You know, wewe job yako ni kuamka asubuhi, utaamka upate haya food ilishapikwa, schedule yako ishapangwa, bill zako zishalipwa, gari yako iko ready na kuchukua nje. There is a management that is doing that. Wewe kazi yako ni kuingia kwa gari, pelekwa set, maliza, rudishwa nyumbani, boom. Ushapangiwa schedule yako ya the next production. You know, and then there's this management wenye, me I'm good at what I do, mi kuja ni negotiate contract yangu. Right?
Now,
so wale wa majuu, what I know is that they are paid per month.
Okay.
As a company, right? So whatever money comes out when I distribute as per month.
Which means also the actors also working like most of
full
the time. They are
time,
working.
yes.
Okay. Makes sense.
Now for our side, what we do, we want to replicate majority of what we see huko maju, but clearly huwezi afford. Because if I ask an artist right now to start paying me
per month,
na
iko kazi miezi 3.
Ama hata kama iko job, whatever they are being paid, hiyo ni kumuumiza tu umsaidii. You know, so what we do is now per project. So every project you get, can we agree on a percentage? So it's either you get the gig, or I get the gig, or you can get the gig, but I can lock it for you. Then we agree on something. Yes, but part of the services now then for us would be contract negotiations. We help you with your tax obligations, not obligation per se, but compliance at least. And then we have legal on standby, just in case anything happens to you. We have assistance on standby. If you have a gig, you are headed somewhere and you need someone to just create some showbiz around you. Kuja na mse pale.
Bwembe muhimu.
Bro.
Bwembe muhimu. Hii ni showbiz though.
Tukomboka na mawida.
Really?
Kampuni kuna mawida on standby. Ukitaka kuingia nini?
Umegrow.
Umekuja hapo kuna mse anakuambia usimguze tafadhali.
Usimguze.
Wewe uko tu hapo piga tu nini yako mse anakuambia simama kando please.
Okay.
Tunakuja na walkie-talkie mpaka.
Okay, without mentioning the names, how many are you under your name right now as you speak?
Right now, we manage about 7 artists. 7 artists.
That's dope.
Yes.
That's dope.
By 2021, by the end of 2021, I had 17. Yes.
Ukawachuja wengine wote?
Until I nearly died, because just trying to balance all this, I was like, nani hapa ajefanya tujekuwa tukiongea sana, au uko willing, rudi basi. Nani mwingine wengine tu, you just give them a reason to go. Yes.
Wow.
But at the end of the day, there is no reason why we should really invest ourselves into people, but yet they are not really bringing anything back.
Yeah.
Because sasa pia wasanii pia lazima wasukume bana.
Ni kweli.
Na sio poa sasa zingine. So sometimes just play ball. Play ball, and it's for your own good. Again, there's a conversation we were having before the camera started rolling, and this is quite unfortunate for me to say, but I'm not really in this for the money.
It's okay, just say it.
I'm not in this for the money.
Yeah.
I'm in this because the industry has to grow.
Yeah.
So for me, even if you're not bringing in the money, but I see that we actually speaking the same language, when you talk about branding, you actually go or do something about it, then I appreciate that, and I will continue investing until we start making money. Yes.
That's good, man. Yeah. That's good. Now, tell us about your other baby Sana. Kuna mali tuliachia na then tulimaliza. What does Sana exactly, what will it do for the new actor who is coming up?
So first of all, like I said initially, visibility. Let's just start with the visibility. The fact that you are Googleable, if that one ever exists.
Yes. Omelewa.
Yes.
Ukiandika hapo jina.
When I Google Peter Kawa, if I Ndung'u, what do I get? You know, that is what is most important right now. Okay. Because right now we are not just looking for jobbers within Kenya. TZ are looking for people, the US, South Africa. So sometimes when you ushaitembea kwa barabara msana anakuambia, by the way unajua na msanii fulani. You see, right now everything is digital, bro.
Yeah.
Lazima tu kuna digital footprint.
And how is it going? So is it like also a casting agent in a way or what?
No. A casting would go back to Spearhead. So these are 2 companies.
Okay.
They started off as Sanapost was under Spearhead Media Entertainment, but it grew into its own thing. Right now it's a company on its own. Spearhead is a management and production company.
Okay.
And then Sanapost now is the publicity platform.
Okay.
So we have a website. The website is more or less like an IMDb, where you can come and create all your profile, all your assets as an actor. Is it photos, videos, all of them, put them in one place. In the event that someone asks you, so what have you done? Instead of sending them PDFs, you can picture palace, by they can be YouTube. No, it's too much. Just send me one link. I click it.
Everything comes down.
Okay. Huyu ni mtu nataka kufanya kazi naye. Namba yake ndio hiyo. Yo bro. nimepata profile yako pale.
Okay.
And then you're not just alone. The beauty of it is you're within a community of fellow artists.
Uh-huh.
That in the event that someone was on that platform just looking at your profile, when they're scrolling, they bump into Peter Kawa, they're like, who's this handsome gentleman? Yeah. You know, he look. Hata achana maino Ndung'u. Huyu ndio tunataka. You know, so you have the advantage of you not being the first choice, but someone actually stumbles upon your profile. So that is what we're working towards. We are generating. So far, we have about 60 people already registered. Okay. It is not just for actors. It is for any practitioner in the creative industry. Okay. Are you a cameraman? Are you a sound person? For as long as you can list your jobs.
It's not for actors.
It's not just for actors. Are you even a poet?
Basically, the art industry too.
Yes. I mean, are you a dancer?
Yeah.
Put your videos pale tuonyeshe ukidance.
That's good because manze is the high time manze art in Kenya manze chukuliwa kama kazi kwa zote.
Na gabe imeanza ku notice.
Watu wachukulie kazi tu kama ni kazi. Now, sana except for just kwa wasanii hapo nje, do you guys hold things like, I don't know, classes for artists and everything?
Yes.
In terms of how to save money, how to manage money, how to...
Yes, we've had a couple of workshops, but back in the day, way before COVID, in 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, we did a lot of workshops. A lot of partnerships was between Sanapost and Melissa Kiplagat masterclasses. So we did a lot of that. But the challenge now was we could only do so much within one day. You know, so we have this one day, we've pangaed it for about a month. Then my boys wanakamka 20, then address kila kitu, then mkishamaza, then you have to take another two months to plan for the next one. Then Kisumu wana realize kuna kitu na happening in Nairobi, napigiwa simu, mnaweza kama Kisumu mtufanyie. Ukiwauliza mtalipa thao moja, hiyo pesa ni kidogo. Okay, mtatulipia hata basi vile tutafika huko. You know. So that is why now we had to switch up to the next level, which is now going online. So that our Kisumu tuweze kuwafikia. In fact, bro, at the comfort of your home, uko kwa sofa, you're still accessing the master classes. Ingia kwa mtandao, lipia ile pesa kidogo. The same Melissa who was supposed to come there in person, you can actually watch her classes, and when you are done, there's a what do you call it, real-time interaction segment where you can actually literally now interact with Melissa herself. You can interact with Julissa or, you know, Peter Kawa, Azziad. So all these people I've just umenifundisha kitu fulani but sijaelewa hapa. They are there to even mark your assignments. Okay. Yes.
What other kind of companies or individuals or NGOs do you collaborate with Sana?
The biggest collaborator we've always had was the Kenya Film Commission.
Okay.
They're the ones who have really given us a big platform to showcase what we've been about. Since 2017, they've always given us a front row seat at all their Kalasha events. Okay. So we always want to say, watu sana hapo ndio mtoko mna operate. That's why our photos are always some of the best, because we always have that composition where, and then they have never shied away from, you know, retweeting our jobs, sharing our jobs. So there's the Kenya Film Commission. That's how bad it is. The fact that we cannot really pick out.
That's bad though.
Yes.
That's
the Kenya National Theatre has done as well. But this year we've had a lot of partnerships with Sanapost. Now that
even individuals.
So let's look at the Kenya Theatre Awards and Kit Fest. Our people to pay a chance. WIFA want to pay a chance. And we've worked with Ginger Inc. in almost of their red carpets. Virtually for birds. You know, so we've worked with producers who wanatuambia ngeo tuko na show fulani, tuna launch cinema fulani, mnaweza kama na cameraman wenu. We do that. So those are the subtle partnerships that we've had so far.
What do you feel also about where the industry is going right now?
Bro, kuna maono. There's something happening. There's something starting within the industry. For me, I'm really optimistic about where we're headed. Because right now people are talking. People are talking, and there's always someone who always feels like it could be better. It could be better. The Kenya Actors Guild, we are really working very hard to revive it. It's been very silent for quite a while. And you know, you talk to a couple of individuals and realize there's one voice that people are looking for. And we've already started that conversation just to see how we can revive the Kenya Actors Guild. I am made to understand even the producers have their own guild plus an association. So that means the sooner we start getting these houses in order,
the better. The better.
Us. Because now you remember the corporates wale inje wanakam. They are looking inwards now into Africa. And they want, if they do not find houses that are in, you know, have got their whatever together, then either we'll be taken advantage of or we'll be bypassed. And the government also is also somehow shining a torch on us.
Yeah.
If they shine, it's for the first time, because we've always been put together with sports.
Yeah.
And sports has always taken the main chunk of the cake.
Oh, so right now sports and artists.
We are the same thing right now,
Okay.
but we are grateful with the CS.
Mm-hmm.
He's now trying to put both ninis on the same ratili.
Okay.
So there's a balance of sorts.
Okay.
So tumeona hata kuna MP wanasema mbona mnasahau sports, mbona mnaanza kushindilia watu wa creative economy nini. We're like, yeah, zusheni, but the truth of the matter is now
no one has ever looked upon.
No one has ever looked into our business.
Yeah. Sports kila wakati imekongania.
It has always been the thing.
We know sports sasa ni cash cow ya watu wengi sana.
That's the thing.
Ndio maana kila wakati rukiwe. But I think pia wala feeling ni kama the hawajui venye watakulia kwa industry yetu.
So you see now that is where the challenge now to us as the players of the industry, we need to get our act together, because we will prove the whatever right, the MP's right, if we disappoint our CS. If the CS is trying to say, yo guys, there's something these guys are talking about, and ukweli ni akuja akiangalia pale tumejipanga poa, then he'll be like, yeah, I told you guys, they deserve the attention. Yeah. But if they find our houses are not in order, atakuja ambapo budget cuts.
Tangariwa tu kama Kawa tu since kitambo. Tuna tupita Kawa the actor. Which is your most latest series of film you've done? Yenye manze imekunice yako yote.
Unajua mpaka nasikia moyo wangu. Flex man. The latest project I have around right now is called County 49.
Yes.
Oh, County 49 is a darling for me. It's a project that really stretched me. It's a project that really gave me an opportunity to do very many things that I had never done before.
Yeah.
There was action, firearm handling. There was a lot of stunts. There was a lot of what else? Fight scenes, choreography, emotional parts.
Things you've never done. Basically, haujiangalia gym lakini uliapangalia gym juu ya County 49.
Juu ya County 49.
Shame on you. How unaringiana ni kuingia gym juu ya cinema? Ona ujamaa. Professional actors, we are always working out. We don't go to the gym because of a film. We are always keeping fit.
That's when I realized.
Now you know.
Now I know. Only that now, unfortunately, immediately we wrapped.
Are you serious?
Yo, that thing is damn expensive, bro.
No, it's not.
It is, man.
Bro, do you know for the last 3 months jakanyanga gym nipiga tizi kwa nyumba?
Yeah, lakini lazima kule fit.
No, my brother.
But so don't blame because
no.
That was the first time I was in a gym. So
the issue is it's giving it a priority. The same way you're giving your other babies priorities.
Yes.
You need to give this body a priority. Otherwise, it's going to fail. Yeah. The next time
nitaanza kuzeeka haraka.
Si ushazeeka nko. Hey.
Bora kwa personal sasa.
Ushakwa mbaba, tukumbusha kwa mbaba, ushazeeka. Si uzipiga rola 20 anymore. You're gone. We are the only young ones who are left here. So please leave us alone as the young ones. Weka na uzee yako huko.
But I hear you, bro. I hear you. I am looking into many actors who have literally gone into the gym and they are really working out, and I'm like, yo, it has become a lifestyle for artists, and it's something that even keeps your body, blood in a flow. They are using stresses, and that is a place where I am right now. Man, running these companies is not easy. Running with these talents is not easy. So sometimes you just want that place where you can just go and let your body breathe.
Yeah.
So who knows? I will go back.
Not who knows. It should be a matter of you're going to go back very soon.
Yes, I will.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then tupatie manze page zako at least manze tukimaliza story pia wajue kwenye where we can find you, what can we see ama ili wajue pia what's coming up because umeona pia ni msanii wa maana bana.
Yeah. Like I said initially, kuna time nilikuwa naogopanga sana kuambia msee mimi ni nani. Siku hizi siogopangi because si ati ni kiburi ama nini. Msemanga tu
kama iko kuko sawa.
Just Google Peter Kawa. But yeah, on social media it's Peter Kawa across. On Instagram is the Peter Kawa. Yes.
So everything is Peter Kawa.
Everything is Peter Kawa.
Hauko LinkedIn, nothing, TikTok.
LinkedIn niko, TikTok niko.
Hazina majina.
Peter Kawa.
Zote everything Peter Kawa.
Everywhere ni Peter Kawa.
So hakuna mali hauko so far.
Hakuna mali siko. TikTok niko, LinkedIn niko, mali penye utanipata ni Tinder obvious. For good reason. Imagine hizo, yeah, hata YouTube niko.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for your other babies, page zao ni gani?
So yeah, for Sanaa Post again across all platforms, it's just Sanaa Post. Sanaa Academy across all platforms. On Instagram I think ndio sanaa.academy. Pia TikTok tuko huko hivyo.
Okay.
And we have Spearhead now, the mother company.
Yeah.
Pia Spearhead, which has really been inactive, but it's working still. So it's Spearhead Entertainment across.
And Sanaa, kujin Sanaa is totally free.
For Sanaa Post, it's free of charge.
Okay.
Free of charge to sign up, free of charge to create your profile. Because just like you do your Instagram, you can put your stuff. You can update once in a while. Unatoa kitu fulani, una update, unaweka kitu mpya, unaongeza ka link.
So basically everyone has their own admin to control their account.
Everything is up to you. In fact, you don't have to come to me. Ukiona labda kama taswishi ndo unanidia unaniambia mbona ina hang hapa. But otherwise everything is just upon you.
My brother.
Well, although once you post, ukifinya nini submit, it has to come to our back end first.
Umpitishe kwanza.
For quality control.
Control, yeah.
Tusipate ma nudes kule.
Manze.
Unapata wasichana wameka kama wanaume wameka.
Pata Pornhub manze.
Unamchujia vitu kwa njia unamwambia approve.
Sasa weka sasa.
Ama zingine unaona hii the skeleton amekutumia juu. Ameweka tu picha lakini hajeka. Unaona msanitajika bana.
Correct manze fanya 1 2 3 1 2 3. Yeah. I have a question that nimesa kukuuliza. Yes. What do you think is the most important reason for producer kuweka vitu za actors on things like IMDb and all?
Again, it is not just for the actors, but just the fact
even
that
the
you put Maina Ndung'u's profile on IMDb, and then Maina Ndung'u says he was part of your project. It gives you impotence as well as a producer.
Yeah.
So I think let's just work together, because your win is also my win as a producer. Yeah. My win as an actor is the next producer's win. So I think ni tuache tu kubebeana vibaya, usemeniaje huyu actor tumesikia anataka kutengeneza show reel, chatumpe footage. You know, and it should be part of contracts.
Yeah.
That an actor should have access to 3 minutes
footage for a show reel.
At most 3 minutes of footage, you know, of their best performances. So that when they go to look for the next gig, man, na uzuri ni si ati ni commercial. They are not going to use these videos for commercial purposes.
That's true. That's true.
Ni exhibition.
Okay.
So I'm just calling out to all the producers. I mean, allow contracts to have that clause that can allow you can have your actors get access to 3 minutes of footage.
Now, kwa tukaa sisi wenye wanafanya pia YouTube vitu kaa hizi. How can your management skills come in through for us?
Tuwapigie debe mtandao. Because that is where our strength is. We are a publicity company.
Okay.
So we will help you make a noise about it.
Okay.
We will come and who knows, sponsor something, you know, in your show and just say, this is our sponsorship to you guys. Apart from that, let's just amplify what it is that you're doing. Because indeed, brother, whatever you're doing right now, I applaud you, bro.
Man, thanks, man.
Nashukuru sana.
And I hope we can work together because, man, I personally, I want a manager, of course. But at the same time, because now we are going to other things, I definitely need a management. I definitely need one because kuna time hang.
Yeah.
Atakwambia, kuna time siwa will see hang as in iko gone.
Yeah.
This is my baby that I've been thinking for a while, and nataka tu endelee tu venye yuko tu.
Good stuff, man.
At least nimeweza get a team which is it's good for me. Wameweza to come through. Same way tu umesema, if you see someone is good in what he's doing, getting people on board kwa ngumu pia sana.
Exactly.
So for me, I'm lucky I got people who trust my journey. At least we can work together. So even for you, it's just going to be.
Mara hiyo, bro.
Thanks for coming, man.
No, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
This is Banta, man.